Sophie, you end your chapter on the Labour Party saying the party cannot rely merely on Conservative unpopularity to do the job for them. Why? I mean, the government's pretty unpopular.
I think it's because of partly what Chris just said. It's the scale of the task that's ahead of the party. I think to have a majority of one, they've got to win over 120 seats that they don't hold at the moment. They've got to win some seats that they've not held since 2005, as well as winning back a lot of the red wall seats that they lost in 2019. I think that's not just a huge task, but it also involves appealing to quite a wide coalition of voters whose priorities are relatively diverse and may not have voted for the party in recent elections for a number of reasons. And I think, a lot of the discussions we're having now take for granted that Labour will be probably the largest party at the next election. But I think the thing that will be crucial is how big their majority is. And, just having an anti-Conservative sentiment might get you so far, but it won't gain a meaningful majority to really implement the change that Labour will want to do in their first term in 13 years, I think.
And turning it around, what do you think the Conservative Party need to do?
I'm not really sure where they can start. I think the key thing that I think, if you look at where the Conservative Party is at, they're not just behind on Labour on voting intention. I think that's probably the most obvious measure. But on things like competence in office, competence on key issues, they're behind on a number of measures. And I think trying to make any sort of reproach on any of those is a kind of a key target. I think something that might be crucial for them is sort of going beyond the quite sort of small issues, that something like immigration that they're trying to go on now. It appeals to a relatively small core of voters. It's not something that is really going to make inroads, I think, on that issue of competence, particularly because most people don't think that this government has got a particularly great record on immigration. So I think a bit more of a broader approach from those kinds of issues that only appeal to a small core of the electorate.